Oh, hell yeah. Oh, there's no cat here. There's no cat here. We'll get him out of here. We'll get him out of here. What's up, everybody? We are flying some... what am I flying today? I'm going to fly the Tiger today. It's just taking a while to load in, you know? Here we go. Here we go. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of there. We'll switch over. Hello. Hello, how is that? I swear to God, I know what I'm doing, guys. I'm just yapping away. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. You guys didn't miss anything. Don't you worry. Just me talking to myself. So as I was saying, Marcel, it is definitely still Era 3. I was just practicing what I was going to say. You know, I was practicing getting it out. So I'm going to go ahead and lock that so I can't change it anymore. Still Era 2. And I was saying you probably prefer the Fox 1 stuff, right? With Era 3. We're still in Era 2, so guns and shitty Fox 2s only, but so be it. Away she goes. Thanks for letting me know I'm muted, guys. Just professionalism here, you know? I definitely know what I'm doing. I've done this a few times before. Force feedback profile is set. Doesn't feel right, but it is set. I just updated the Moses software as well, so that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. Do you guys fly the F5 at all? Anyone who's watching? Flaming Cliffs or full fidelity. I don't really... I'm not picky. I've had it for a while because I've had, you know, Flaming Cliffs. Had Flaming Cliffs for a while. But I never really got that into it, and I've been flying a lot of red recently. Like a lot of red. Boom! Get my background music so it's not only me listening to it. Flying a lot of red, so not that I'm necessarily getting bored of red, but I'm definitely getting bored of red right now. Just for now. So we are going to take off here from Beirut. We're in Beirut, right? Yeah, Beirut, I know what I'm talking about. We're gonna head north up the coast and see if we can detect anybody, because it said that there were a bunch of people online, a bunch of red fighters online, and now I don't see any. So I don't believe them. I don't believe them. Red Dot, I know it's not Saturday. I know, man. Red Dot 7 says, yo, it's not Saturday. Anyone who's watching who hasn't seen me before, I do stream every Saturday, or I try anyway. I did stream on Saturday a couple of days ago, 2 days ago, but the multi-stream messed up. Streaming on Twitch and YouTube, the multi-stream messed up, so it only went out on Twitch. I did put it out on YouTube as like a video, but I mean, I wouldn't sit down and watch my 3-hour video. You guys can if you want. I fucking wouldn't. But I got to figure it out now. I gotta just put in the stream key, like delete it and put it in every time, which is a bit of pain in the ass, but OBS is free. And that is what I keep telling myself. It is a pain in the ass, but OBS is free. And it's a holiday in the United States, and you know, I wouldn't be doing anything today anyway on this rainy Monday, so I'm chilling. Figured it's a good day to stream. It's Memorial Day. Or it's, I don't know if today's actually Memorial Day, but it was like the Memorial Day long weekend, so you know, hats off to the fallen soldiers. You remember the fallen soldiers, and I'm a Canadian veteran. We have we celebrate Remembrance Day on the 11th, and that is for veterans serving and fallen. And I think the United States has Veterans Day and Memorial Day. Veterans Day being for the veterans and Memorial Day being for the fallen. So yeah, that is my very, very, very basic understanding of it. Make Sanitizer, what's up, man? You're gonna fall asleep while watching my stream. It's 2 a.m. here. Oh yeah, man. You can how's this? How's this? Good evening, Make Sanitizer. This evening we're flying the F5 Tiger, specifically the F5 Tiger, the Flaming Cliffs module. Hey, Make Sanitizer is gone. Drifted off. Drifted off to sleep. I like the F5. It's such a cool little jet. And I'm Canadian. We actually flew this jet. So that actually, like not me or anybody I actually know, but Canada flew this jet. There's one in the museum really close to my house. I'm gonna go get some pictures of it this year, and I'll make sure I put it up on a post. Make Sanitizer said this is the most era ever in the F4E. Yeah, man. That's because the Fox 1s have been taken away, right? Which is arguably the Phantom's biggest strength, is those Fox 1s. If you can wrestle with Jester, or just use like the Boresight mode. One thing I don't like about the Flaming Cliffs modules is that they're not, there's not much consistency between them. I find the trim works really well on the A10 and the Frogfoot, actually, and the trim on this Flaming Cliffs module sucks. And I'm talking about for force feedback, right? They're not built with force feedback in mind, so it's like they're doing their best. But aren't we all, right? Aren't we all? Marcel says he always, you're used to Fox 1 in the MiG-21 and Era 3. It's so nice with the 5 nautical mile bore sight. Oh yeah, absolutely. But I do like that stuff, and I find it's a little bit of like when you're in Era 3 and 4, you get bored of it towards the end, and you want to get into the Era 1 and 2, like Night Fight in the phone booth. guns only dogfighting shit, right? And then when I'm in Era 1 and 2, I'm doing that, and then I start missing the Era 3, and I think I said 4, but I don't miss Era 4. Era 4 sucks. But Era 3, right? When I'm in the old shit, I miss the Fox 1 shit. When I'm in the Fox 1 stuff, I miss the old stuff. You just can't win. You just can't win. When I was in the Navy, I'd be home and I would miss being out at sea, and then I would be out at sea and I would miss being home. You can't win. You can't figure it out. The grass is always greener on the other side. Man, I am just yapping because there's nobody here. I got a little way to go yet anyway. A little way to go. Era 4 maybe, you love Era 3? You used to play 2 to 3 hours per session when it's around. Oh, it'll come back. It'll be back soon. Era 4 is fun, but every time Era 4 comes around, I think to myself, hell yeah, I'm gonna kick ass in the MiG-29. And then I get in the MiG-29, and I remember that everyone else has amazing Fox 1s, and you still have your shitty MiG-29 radar, right? This must be hard to watch. If I'm talking and like shaking my head talking, your guys' screen must be going crazy. I can probably dampen some of my head tracking movements. Master Loser says, good morning. Good morning, man. Good morning. Where are you at that it's morning? You must be West Coast. Or maybe Central. Nothing on my EWR, and it's a good thing, because I'd be shot from not paying attention. Oh, Europe. Oh, Europe, you're on the other side of the morning. You're on the other side of the morning. Ooh. Hell yeah. So here is the biggest strength. There's nothing on my EWR report, but here's the biggest strength of the F5. Mirage F1, over this way. Over this way, somewhere. Where over that way? I'm going to turn my radar off. My radar is on, just blasting my location to everybody. It's useless anyway. Marcel, hell no, I'm tired of this shit. MiG Sanitizer, we wish you want Era 1 right after Era 2, so you can try the new loadout meta in F4. Yeah, but your loadout metas are not our loadout metas. You know what I mean? So, what MiG Sanitizer means, and anyone watching on Twitch, this is happening in the YouTube chat, by the way. But what MiG Sanitizer means is he's good enough in the F4 to literally deflect oncoming missiles with his own missiles and then turn around and shoot you in the butt. Us mere mortals cannot do that. Therefore, it would be nice to have the Fox 1s back for for a little bit. But I like Era 1 too. Era 1 is kind of like my favorite era because you can't suck. I suck a lot. But I still have fun doing it. If it was just Era 3 on Syria, that would be peak. Yeah, Syria's great. Era 1 was fun, but I think, and this is just my opinion, but having it in the Persian Gulf kind of killed the population. Killed the player count. I think so. And then to have it running at the same time as SARH-1, which was new, and it's one of the more popular, like, 80s variants, right? It wasn't a good recipe for, that F1 is close. Wasn't a good recipe for, the words that I'm looking for are, wasn't a good recipe for server population. Hello, Mirage. I'm trying to stay low. I don't see any specs. The worst thing I could do here is panic and rip my friggin' wings off, but it's kind of... Oh, now there's nothing. Now there's nothing on my EWR. Or not my EWR, my RWR. He could have turned his radar off, knowing what was going on. I could be about to get shot in the ass, and it's all okay. Wouldn't be the first time I sucked and got shot due to my lack of situational awareness. I don't even know where I am. Way too close. I don't really like that my RWR went completely silent. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I am going to ditch these tanks. Scene. I don't know if the raid fight against the Mirage was a good idea. You know, I don't know if that was the best plan. But I feel like if I were to reverse, knowing me, if I were to reverse, I would have ripped my wings off. And now I lost them anyway. Situational unawareness. I'm just trying to stay above 400, which I'm currently teetering on. Hello, Mr. Mirage? Hello? Mr. Mirage? Excellent. I'm completely unaware of anything around me. Doesn't mean he's not there. Just means I don't see him. But what I should stop doing is flying in this very predictable arc. Trying to keep my speed up. Oh shit! Closer! Tone? I would love to buy some tone. Nah, it's all right. Now I'm going to point my jet on where I think he's going to be. I got slow in the F5. That is not ideal. Also, I hope it's just me and him out here. Tone? Can I get some of that sweet, sweet tone? Oh, that might be a little far, though. Aim 9, Juliet. Come on! Negative. Gonna make my next shot better. Make it count. Or I could just waste it like that. I bet you never seen that. Vertical with the F1. Not what I want to do. So now I'm at a handicap because I have to use my guns. And I suck with those. And I'm real bad with guns. And I lost them anyway like an idiot. Oh my god. So I guess one of the keys to not snapping your wings off is to... Jesus! Hello, sir. Don't want to get too slow. If I don't want to snap my wings off, I should be rolling and then pulling, or pulling and then rolling, but not both. Pull a ton of lead, scare him. Ha! No chance of these bullets going anywhere near him. Shit, son. Shit, son. Well, that was close. Did a chunk just come off him? That would have been nice if it did. Sir, I would like to talk to you about your jet's extended warranty. If you could just spare me a moment of your time. Whoa! Who is this? No, I don't know what that is. Is that the Sabre or MiG-19? Or MiG-15? Can't tell right now. I can't tell right now. I can't tell right now. Shit. It is a 15. Shit. Woo! But he can't roll, right? Isn't that the deal? Nose down, roll away, see you later. Right? Oh! It's okay. Shit. Shit. I got a little twitchy with that second Fox 2. Maybe I could have had the Mirage, but whatever. Whatever. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I was locked the fucking just now. Phoenix! Hey, man, welcome back. Welcome back. Ignorance is bliss for something, yeah. Out of sight, out of mind? Yeah. 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 Did I hit him, Red Dot? Red Dot on Twitch says I nicked his wingtip. Hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. Make Sanitizer says, with the Flaming Cliffs, is the aileron limiter off? I'm not sure, actually. I don't feel anything built into the, I don't feel anything built into the force feedback. Let me, I'll try it. I mean, these jets are free. If I die, I'll just get another one, but I'll go try it. Because I know in the actual F5, it's a spring limiter, right? So if you were to, like, slam it, you should bounce a little bit. You can push through it. But good old Flaming Cliffs, right? I can definitely feel... It's so hard to explain, man. I can definitely feel in my force feedback stick that, like, I am hitting something, a spring here, because I have all this to go further, but I can't explain it. I can't explain it. It feels like I'm flying, man. But we'll see if it actually, we'll see how the characteristics actually play out in the air. I would love to learn the full fidelity F5, but I only got so much room in my brain, you guys. I only got so much room. And, like, you know, these are just so good for just point and shoot. Point and click. Point, click, rip your wing off. Point and click. But I didn't rip my wing off that time. But every other time, point, click, point, shoot. I heard a bang, but I don't know what that bang was. No idea why I would be hearing a bang. Oh, so the aileron limiter is like the F-18 paddle switch. You can use it in super desperate times. Man, the F-5 rips its wings off anyway. I don't know why you would want to. What was that bang, yo? Flaps are still there. Was it a wheel? I mean, if it was a wheel, we got 3, right? So, pff, Who cares about a wheel? Did I get shot? Let's see. Let's see if there's anything. I doubt the Flaming Cliffs has any type of override built in, though. It would be on the stick. Systems. No. Countermeasures flight control. No, that's just the regular stuff. General. No. I think I already went to systems modes. Modes is just like air to ground. Yeah. Yeah, the Flaming Cliffs one is it's a Flaming Cliffs one, you know. Whoops. Weapons, yeah. Plus, that's all I need is a Cobra button and an F5. The fact that I even refer to it as a Cobra button as a joke lets you know my mentality towards the whole, the whole situation. Where's our flaps, yo? Auto. Auto. I might need to do some maintenance on my Stex throttle. My left throttle feels like the friction. The friction isn't frictioning. I'll lock it. I'll lock it in. Taking off. Gear up. I'll get a little altitude just in case I test this limiter and if I don't rip my wings off, but I somehow depart flight, I'll be able to recover. That's the idea anyway. Timaru, yo, what's up, man? Absolutely, I don't normally stream on Mondays, but today was a good day for it. I am trying to stream a little more, maybe through the week, maybe around this time through the week. I mean, it's a good time for me. It's not prime streaming time, but I don't really care about that. And it would help me just get more content too, because I really like the style of content where I can take from my streams, you know? Take from my streams. So I can start recording right now and take from my stream. If anything cool happens anyway. One thing I don't like about the F5, and I'm sure that this is a common gripe, is that it has no balls. It's like, it's a peppy little jet, except for it doesn't really want to get fast. You know? Come on, trim. Okay, I'm at 9,000. Timaru says you have the F5E as a trial right now. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You're setting up all the binds. I mean, there's been times where I have modules on sale, like the MiG-21. It took me forever to fly the MiG-21 because I just had to set it up, and I didn't want to set it up. Okay, bit of altitude, bit of speed. The roll rate on the F5 is like pretty good. I don't know what it actually is, but let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's wait for it to stop chopping. And let's see what happens when I rip it. Ready? Chop! No, I didn't feel anything. And if I rip on the stick, it snaps the wings off. I already know that. I already know that one. Tiamaru, this is my biggest gripe with DCS key bindings, and I said this once before, and someone just said, well, if you haven't tried binding in IL2 or whatever, then blah, then shut up. And it's like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not what I'm talking about at all. In DCS, I don't know why when you start binding, it doesn't just automatically take you to the next key bind. And if you want to, you can skip it. Do you know what I mean? So as example, if I'm gonna bind my trim and I'm hitting up, down, left, and right for trim, why do I have to go trim nose down, up? Okay. Double click, trim nose up, down. Okay. Trim left, left. Okay. Trim right, right. Okay. Why do I have to do that? Why can't I just go trim nose down, down? It takes me to the next one. Trim nose up, up. And it's just like, I just press all the buttons. And if I need to skip it, I can hit skip. Does that make sense? Or am I just being a princess? Some first world problems over here. I guess what I'm asking for is some quality of life updates from Eagle Dynamics. So I won't hold my breath. So I won't hold my fucking breath. My cat here? Nah. He's not here. Wah, wah. I don't like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. Make Sanitizer says the green screen cockpit setup looks nice. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. It's like a work in progress because I had this idea long before I started making content. And then I started making content, and then I built on that, and then I was finally able to execute this a little bit, and I'm still kind of like building on it, right? I'm still trying to do different stuff. So, I mean, I said this on my last stream. I know it's very... Who's beeping at me? An F4? Get out of here, man. I know it's very convincing, but I'm not actually in an F5 cockpit. Whoa! Oh, I'm gonna get in a black shark. Whoa! Maybe fly a little fish bed. Whoa! Yeah, so basically I'm just messing around with the green screen and being a giant nerd in my office, and it's fun. It's fun, man. You guessed blue EWR all dead, no picture at all. Yeah, I'm used to that. I think Joe is out here placing them. Joe's a YouTuber. Go check out Joe, mate. Joe was out here. Joe was out here. I don't know where he is now, but he was out here in a Huey. Again, radar on, blasting my location to everybody. Oh yeah, man, I got mad cockpit templates. Because why not, right? Why not? Plus, I think this looks awkward, personally. I think this looks awkward, and like, it's cut off here, right? It's cut off here, and nobody really notices it, except for fucking me. That's all that matters. So I find that this kind of just helps, right? It just helps the overall vibe. Diving. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How's our fuel? Oh man, we've I've just been lugging around an empty tank for no reason. I just love drag. I just love extra drag. Oh, maybe that's not Joe, mate. Maybe this is just another guy named Joe. That's all good. That's all good. I see him in the Huey all the time. Doing Huey stuff, you know? So our Phantom buddy is below us. Hello. Below us somewhere. I don't think he's in a fight, though. He's just poking around. But we got some buddies up here, too, so let's just fly around, you know? Phoenix says, what is my least favorite module? Well, F4 again. What do you want, F4? It's just when I see F4, I've been playing so much red, I panic. I see you. I see you down there. Mr. Phantom. My least favorite module. I own all the Flaming Cliffs 2024, right? I have the F-18, F-16. I'm never going to be able to remember all my modules, but I have a couple modules. And my least favorite one is the Gazelle, and that's a helicopter, because it's twitchy. It's so twitchy. I cannot fly it. I am unable to fly the Gazelle. I've tried. I've gone through multiple YouTube videos of dampening settings, lowering saturation, curves, force feedback. Like, normally helicopter flying is hard, and then you get force feedback, and you're like, okay, this is actually easy now because I can feel everything working against me. I can feel the transitions between all the different transitions that happen in helicopters, right? Man, the Gazelle takes off, tips over, takes off, tips over, takes off, tips over. Oh, okay. I guess I'll just go fuck myself then. And I see people flying it. I know it's a me issue. I 100% know it's a me issue. But goddamn. TMR says the Gazelle got a flight model update, and is it still bad? Still bad for me, boy. But like, I don't know. I don't know if it's still bad because I gave up on it. I see somebody. Let's go say hello. Later on, I'll show you what I mean. Not that I don't have anything mapped, but I can't even take off in it, dude. I can't even take off. And helicopters are tough, but I mean, if you can fly the Huey, you should be able to fly anything, right? Because the Huey's linkages and cables and shit. You know what I'm saying? The Gazelle is just boop, boop. It's a twitchy little thing. I bet you it goes fast, though. Like, I bet you it's a really cool helicopter. I just hate it now. Okay, so I can see the Mirage and the Phantom on my RWR up here. And of course, we're about to merge with someone, so we're gonna enter Chop City. That way we can guarantee that we never have a decent merge. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! So, we all saw that. We all saw that. Dragging me over his airfield. Box 2! See ya. I think I ripped my wing off, actually, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, it's a frog foot. It was a frog foot. Good old SU-25. Damn Froggy, yep. Damn Froggy's right. All right, so we're gonna, that is super loud. I hate it when it does this. It's like no need. No need to give me that. No need to give me all that noise, but so now if you will just bear with me, I'm able to, you can't see it, but I'm in my file folder, you know, Windows files. And I'm just going to rename the video file, save the track files so I can easily find them later. Still recording the video. Stop recording. I get a lot of chop too because my computer is struggling to record all this shit. And my settings are still relatively, they're like medium high-ish. Medium high. What's this? What should we name it? F5. F5. F1 to the face. F1 to the face is what we're going to name that one. Damn Froggy, but I was so close to their airbase and I had no idea. I was so close to the airbase, I had no idea, and that's my fault. That is my fault. My situational awareness is non-existent. That's okay. It looks like I'm doing nothing. Let me just copy my files over right now so I can find them later. The key to a successful YouTube channel is good file management. That way you can come back and easily find the cool shit. And when my YouTube channel is successful, we'll know that that's true. But for now, that's what I'm telling myself. So, what'd we call that one? F1 to the face. F1 to the face. Now I have that track file saved, and I don't got to worry about it. The Gazelle show later on. Oh, man, the Gazelle's brutal. Actually, the Gazelle is a red jet, right? Or a blue jet. I can just hop in it right now. I'll hop in it for 2 seconds. I'll hop in it away from everybody. I'll shit the bed. I'll get shit all over the sheets. And then we'll get the fuck out of the Gazelle. And we'll be excuse me. And then we will add to the team for a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ah, my mustache. My mustache is in my face. What's up, Wookie? I was just, Wookie says, what are we flying today? I'm flying some blue for a change. I fly a lot of red, flying some blue. And I was just in the F5. I will be jumping back in the F5, but I have to put my money where my mouth is and prove how shitty the Gazelle is. I have to prove how shitty the Gazelle is of a helicopter. Spawn hot. Spawn hot. Blue is cringe. Sure, man. I fly all the jets. I own the jets. I'm going to fly the jets. Okay. Nobody breathe. Nobody move. Nobody breathe. It's been a minute since I've been in this. So I'm literally just going to set up the axes. Hell yeah. Still set up. Hell yeah. Still set up. Hell yeah. Still set up. Is there a throttle in the Gazelle? Who knows? Who knows? Adjust controls. Is there a force trim in the Gazelle? I can't even remember. And like, also, when I say the Gazelle flight model sucks, understand that I have like 20 minutes in the seat. And I was like, I don't even know what's going on here. Is there force trim in the Gazelle? Or force trim equivalent? Trim. Like pilot trim, is it called? Trim, toggle, on, off. Yeah, I don't know if that's it. Trimmer. Trimmer sounds real close to what I'm thinking about. Or trim toggle on and off. We don't need the full setup anyway because we don't know what the frick we're doing. Trimmer reset. Don't really need that. That's a great way to rip everything off. You can do it, man. No, I can't. That's what I'm telling you. And does the Gazelle... The Gazelle is the right... It's right pedal down, right? Ah, we're going to find out. We're going to find out when this goes beep. And then I'll hop in something else so we don't waste... So we don't waste everyone's time. I feel like a sideshow right now. Everyone's just waiting to be like, oh, does he fuck it up? I'm like the guy who parachuted without or who jumped out of the plane without a parachute, and now they're waiting to see if my buddies catch me or not. 60 seconds. You gotta wait 60 seconds. If I had I don't have the guitar through this scene, but if I could play the guitar through this scene, I would be playing some Dead to Rights, last moments music, some sad shit for sure. My delay timer has ended. I'm now clear for takeoff when ready. Okay, so is there anybody around me? Did any idiot have the foresight to spawn next to me? Because you get what you get if you did, okay? All right. Okay, first of all, I need to figure out which way this thing is going to spin. Right, this one is right pedal down. Right pedal down. Right pedal down. It's starting to tip. It's starting to tip. Oh, force trim. Force trim. Force trim. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm not going to lie. This is already better than it was the last time I tried. Oh! Okay, so that's not a force trim. It returns to the center every time. This is bad. This is bad, yo. This is pretty bad, yo. This is pretty bad, yo. Ah! Ah! I'm a pilot. I'm a pilot. Jesus. So if I don't hold the trimmer button... Okay, so I got a little bit of egg on my face. But, man, when I hop in the Huey, like, I'm not bad in the Huey. I feel like an idiot in this. Like, I have no idea what this is doing. Goodbye. Get me the fuck out of this. Get me the fuck out of this thing. Does the pilot just jump out? Didn't really expect the pilot to just straight up jump out. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But okay, and now excuse me. Now let's find a CSAR objective that's back here. That's not too far from a FARP, and I'll show you, just for example, just so we have a reference that this is still going crazy. Canadian Force, obviously. I'll show you, we have a reference that I don't eat glue on the weekends, that I don't lick windows. I actually know what I'm talking about a little bit when it comes to helicopters. And it is the Gazelle and not me. It's a little bit me because I see people flying the Gazelle. But, man, I don't know. At no point was I in control. At no point did I know what was going on in that aircraft. So, how far is this? The shitty thing about the Huey is that it is slow. 15 miles. 15 miles. We'll make it. We'll make it. So we'll go 15 miles. How far is that? 8 miles. Shit. Well, we're already here. But where are we going to go? 273. And then we'll just turn left. Turn left, head towards the water until you see a FARP, right? 273, and then you turn left. So this is actually a field hospital. So next time where I go, I wonder where the smoke's going to be. It'll be at the field hospital. Make Sanitizer says, you notice my POV is set super wide like a GoPro. Yeah, man, it's it helps with spotting dots. If it helps with my situational awareness. You know what I'm saying? So I'll fly like this, but if I'm in a dogfight, I'll immediately, on my Stex, I have a zoom wheel here. So if I'm in a dogfight, if I need to look where they are, I'll immediately zoom out. And then that way I can see, I can look straight up. I can look above me. Ow! Because I'm zoomed way out. You know what I'm saying? It probably is really shitty for you guys because all you see is, whoa, 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 yeah. But I'm used to it. Oh, I don't have a Huey. I don't have a Huey cutout. Damn it, my stream is ruined. I tried, though. I tried to not, like, zoom back with the wide field of view. And I don't know. It's just like, I feel like it just helps. Marcel says, have you ever considered getting a real license like a PPL? I think it's a really good option for retired people, especially military, and it's cheap, like a few thousand. Oh yeah, man, and the military would pay for it for me. But I also have prescription marijuana, and those two things are very hard to do at the same time. So right now, right now, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I am interested in aviation. I am interested in aviation. The huge FOV would make it hard to spot the dots. See, you think that, but then you turn on spotting dots to 2 pixels and it actually makes it easier. I'll show you. Next time we get in a dogfight, which should be in the next 10 to 15 minutes, take off delay timer's ready. What is it, 273? 273. All right, look. We don't completely suck. We don't completely suck. 273, 273. To get my force trim off. I don't like force trim. Yeah, with the spotting dots turned up to 2 pixels, it actually makes spotting a little easier from further away. And then as you get close, it is better to zoom in. Absolutely. Hey man, if you're not cheating, you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. You know what I'm saying? Tiamaru said, I've been in the military. Hey, who knew Boomcat's a fellow smoker? Yeah, man, I was a clearance diver. I was in the military for 17 years, and the last 8, 9, I was a clearance diver. So my whole career was pretty cool, but that part was really, really fucking cool. Really fucking cool. And then I hurt my back, and I can't do it anymore. So that sucks. Is what it is. Wait, you can turn spotting dots on contention? I have them turned on. If contention has them turned off, I mean, that might still be a thing. But you'll see when I zoom out, because of the, what is it called? The LOD switch factor, the level of detail switch factor. When I zoom out, it gives me a less detailed model to look at. And it shows up blockier. And I swear to God, English is my first language. I'm just terrible at describing this. Refer back to my prescription marijuana. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Tiamaru, I'm one of these, I'm one of them Canadian veterans, man. I'm on one of them programs. What's a clearance diver? It is a... What country are you from, Tiamaru? Tiamaru? Maybe I know your equivalent. Where am I going? Where am I going? Because, like, the UK has clearance divers. The US has, You're from Germany? Man, you guys have clearance divers. You guys have divers. So we are... Because we're in Canada, we are Canada's, like, diving trade. Or were, because I'm not in the military anymore. So we do salvage, we do explosives, recovery, rescue, all of it. We had to kind of learn all of it. Super cool. Very, very cool. I think, and you guys have your own version of clearance divers. Yeah, man. Clearance diver gets rid of bombs, exactly. So clearance is like mine clearance. And then in Canada, and in the United States as well, and I'm sure in many, many other NATO countries, it doesn't matter what your trade. If you do EOD, you learn the land and the water EOD. Well, that's not true. If you're a Navy diver, you also learn the land EOD, but not vice versa. So we had to learn it all. Super cool. The only thing I wish I learned that I didn't was IEDs, and that's because in Canada, counter IED is a separate course. I just didn't get to do it. I just didn't get to do it. I did my IED assistant operator course, and that was super cool. Greetings to a well-trained pilot, well-trained diver, a well-trained diver who is masquerading as a virtual pilot. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sebi? Wow, damn, and all of that underwater. You just think about it. You would die just thinking about it. Nah, man, it's, I mean, yeah, even if I were to just, like, go dive right now and dive to somewhere max depth, like, I'd be shitting my pants. I haven't done it in years, right? But you build to that stuff. I remember my first night dive when I was literally just learning how to scuba dive. My very first dive at night, I was terrified. I could barely move. I wasn't swimming. I was walking on the bottom. I ran into a cutting table and I almost shit my pants. And then even that was just a regular, I say regular, it's a military scuba course. It was 6 weeks of getting your shit kicked in. But by the end of that, even those 6 weeks, like, I'm on a night dive and I'm wrapping my buddy up in the line and we're like fucking around underwater. We still have a task to do, but it's all baby steps. You get built up to that, right? And then you go on, you know, and then if you want to become a clearance diver, you do Hell Week. That fucking sucks. Get picked up. You do a year-long course. And on the year-long course, you go back to, man, I'm not paying. I'm just serpentining my way over here. Even on the year-long course, you start diving air. You do scuba diving, and then you scuba dive a little deeper, and then you switch to surface-applied air diving. But you're still just in regular scuba gear with an umbilical that goes to the surface, right? And you slowly build up, and then you're in rebreathers, and then you're diving deep rebreathers, and then you're in a helmet, and then you're diving max depth helmet, but it's just like anything, man. It's baby steps. I'm gonna catch up on some chat here. How much explosives is there in Canada? World War II didn't reach. No, World War II didn't reach much, but like, I live in Nova Scotia, and we had something called the Halifax explosion, where during World War II there was a bunch of ships in our harbor, and an ammo ship exploded, and it just kicked ordnance everywhere. And on top of that, it blew up our magazine, it blew up our ammunition depot, which kicked more ordnance everywhere. So you'll have a family walking on a trail and they'll come across a 2,000-pound bomb, like, in the woods that just someone didn't find yet, you know? Cool shit. Sebby says, where's the guitar? Right here. Never out of reach, man. Never out of reach. I'm all over the place in this Huey. I'm doing some fantastic yapping and some shitty flying, but that's okay. That's okay. The idea was just to prove that I do know kind of how to fly helos, and that the Gazelle sucks and not me. Since I'm a diver, maybe I blew up the Russian Nord Stream. No, but I could have. I absolutely could have. That was one of our main tasks, man, was oxygen or mixed gas rebreathers, completely blacked out. I show up with a satchel charge, in and out. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. With a compass underwater, 3 hours underwater, in, out. Then something goes away. And then something goes away. It was cool shit, man. Really cool shit. T-Mara says, oh, I read that one already. Marcel, thank you for my service. Oh, thanks, man. It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. It was worth the back pain, I think. I'd do it all over again. Someone said, I saw something about one sec, I'm trying not to die here. I'm also trying to, okay, the field hospital is out in front, so I saw something about clearance diving in Croatia. I want to read that. Your buddy's a clearance diver here in Croatia. In the Adriatic Sea, it's full of mines and leftover bombs. He says it's a cool job, but living on a boat is a pain. Absolutely. We were lucky, as clearance divers in Canada don't go on boats unless you need us. And then we'll sail on the boat, do the job, and go home, right? That's pretty cool. But they do in the and I'm simplifying it, big generalization, but up in like the Black Sea, up in like Croatia, this area, there's Operation Open Spirit every year, and we would be a part of that. You can look it up, super cool, Operation Open Spirit, because you're right, You guys are still littered with mines. They're everywhere. But now we're running into a problem where the mines are getting pretty fucking deep because over all the years we've taken care of the shallow ones. So they're getting pretty deep. And it's a little bit of an issue of like, are we gonna risk diving this deep and doing all this shit for a mine that's way down here? Like, is that worth it? And I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't get to do any of that shit. I never got to do any of that hands-on stuff. They sent so little Canadians onto Open Spirit that you were lucky if you got to go. And the guy who got to go from my year, I won't say his name, he's still active, but he's a really cool guy. And he was super lucky just to get picked for that trip when he did. Okay. Okay, let's quit yapping about my favorite topic, which is myself. How do you know someone's a clearance diver? Just wait, they'll let you know. You know? Okay, coming in for a landing. I got a bit of speed on, but that's okay. I don't mind having a bit of speed. Because I always get a little slow, a little early. And then oh shit. Don't die. I don't want to start rocking back, which is exactly what I'm doing. And then I start correcting, overcorrecting. Come on. Again, I did this on Saturday, and you guys gave me shit because it was a pretty bitchy landing, and it was not a hot LZ, and that's okay. That's okay. Whew. All right, let's get this pilot in, and then I'm gonna read some chat here. Just give me a sec. 10, 2, 10. Pick up pilot 4. Hell yeah! Where are we going? Where are we looking? Not even the explosive stuff, the diving part that freaks you out. Yeah, it's the diving is literally, the job is explosives and the diving is to get there, if you know what I mean. We had to be an expert in diving to be able to actually do our job, because our job is to salvage, recover, repair, cut, weld, forensics, explosives, whatever you need. But in order to get there, you need to learn how to dive, if that made any sense. Big thanks to your stupid ancestors who thought the whole world is theirs. Hey, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. It's allowed for a lot of cool training this day and age, that's for sure. Germany is riddled with bombs and explosives, even the cities under the buildings. The explosives die with enough time, or can they not run out of functionality? See, the thing with explosives is they're super stable until they're not. Especially these types of explosives, right? The types used in bombs, super stable and chemically designed to be that way. Where were we going? We were turning left. We're heading south until we see the water, right? But yeah, chemically designed to be stable, because if you think about it, let's imagine I'm on a World War II aircraft carrier and I gotta load all my planes with bombs. Do I want to have a bunch of unstable black powder in the bottom of my ship? Fuck no, right? These have to be able to withstand fires, work, cutting, welding, repairs, shit that happens all the time around the ships, like heat shock. They got to be able to withstand impact. They got to be able to withstand getting banged around. So explosives are super, super stable. It's the fuses that are unstable. So let's imagine you're in Germany and you find a bomb that's on the ground. Why is it on the ground? Did it get dropped? If it got dropped, there's a good chance the fuse got armed. If the fuse got armed, why didn't it explode, right? Did the fuse not get armed, or was the fuse interrupted somehow? And now you got a fuse that is not only fucking 80 years old, but it's also halfway actuated and degraded. Are you gonna pick it up? I'm not picking it up. I'm blowing it up right where it is, right? So that's why you'll see so many times they'll just blow shit up in the middle of someone's farm, especially over Europe. But a lot of the times the farmer's like, yeah, I picked it up with my tractor and it tumbled all over the place and fell. Can you come get it? And if it tumbled in 3 axes, then you're probably pretty safe with a fuse. But my EOD knowledge is old. I've forgotten so much, right? I went to EOD school in 2018. But I love that shit. But like, black powder is unstable forever. I would never fuck with black powder ever, right? I would never fuck with any of it. I would take it all seriously. Yeah. Tia Marvin, thanks for the nice explanation. Oh yeah, you get me on a diving or EOD rant, and damn, I'm gonna go. The Wookie says in the Adriatic Sea they try really hard to disarm bombs, and if it's impossible, they detonate it. Not us. We don't. Counter charge, main charge. You know, if it's on the surface, 100%. We have all these methods. We have all these render safe procedures. Absolutely. If it's on the surface, even if you can't get the fuse out with all your different methods, there's vent and burn. There's different things you can try, right? If it's underwater, I am not moving it. I'm not touching it. Sea mines have so many sensors. Some of them know that divers are there, and they'll let you come in, and they won't let you leave. So that's cool. So you'll come into the sea mine, and the sea mine will go, "Got you, motherfucker!" And you'll do all your measurements, and you'll do what you're supposed to do, and as you swim away, it'll blow up, and you gone. So I'm not disarming a sea mine. I'm making it go away. I'm making it go away. You can get away from the ones that know you're there, but I'm not gonna go into that on the internet, you know? That's I'm just gonna shut my mouth. And like I said, I'm oversimplifying everything, right? Everything for the sake of brevity. For the sake of brevity, I'm really oversimplifying things, but hey, they want to preserve marine life and stuff. Oh, absolutely. So we do our initial underwater EOD training in Victoria on the west coast of Canada. And there's a lot of marine life there. So we do it in a little cove, and we use what's called a bubble curtain, and it's pretty cool. And they use it for drilling and underwater, all types of stuff. And hold on, where am I? Oh, the frap's right here. And essentially all it is we have this drilling compressor, and it pumps this tube, this pipe, and this pipe is a huge diameter, right? This pipe is probably a 6-8 inch diameter, and it pumps it full of air. And we have holes drilled along the entire tube. And we place it, so if the harbor goes like this, the little bay that we do our explosives on, right? If it goes like this, the pipe goes along the mouth of the little harbor, the little bay. And then you turn on the drilling compressor, and it creates a curtain of bubbles for any acoustics and any sound exiting the harbor. And it does a huge job at deadening all the acoustics, and just the pressure wave, the shock wave that goes through the water is insane, right? So, and that's what gets the animals, is that pressure wave. Oh no, I might not make it out of this one. Oh! We did it. We shimmied to the side and made it out. I don't know if you saw that. Okay, let's focus up here. Let's focus up. I'm not good enough in the Huey to be flapping my gums here while I'm trying to land. Okay, vertical speed, a lot less than it currently is. A lot less than it currently is. Come on. Yeah, one of those Operation Open Spirits would have been super cool to go on. But again, now they're looking at super deep stuff, and deep diving is cool the first couple times you do it, and just the sheer amount of decompression you have to go through is so boring. And there's nothing deep, there's nothing fun to look at when you're deep, right? So, Come on. I'm just going to set it down. It's going to commit, and we're going to lower the collective, and we are going to set it down right here. We're going to kindly ask the pilot to get the fuck out. Get out. What am I doing? F2, F10, F5. Unload down pilot. Yeah. I did it. I did it. All right, where should we go now? Where should we go now? Okay. Okay, we're going to hop out of the Huey. Select roll. We'll jump out of the Huey, and we'll go be a net positive to the team. Still no EWR coverage. Maybe a little bit, actually. We got an L39. We got a MiG-21. Okay, and in typical fashion, by the time I get to these guys, everyone will be dead. By the time I get to them, everyone will be dead, and that is just the way it is. Things will never be the same. We're going to jump back in the Flaming Cliffs F5. See, I really want to get in the Flaming Cliffs F5 because I think that the rivet counters that play DCS would get really pissed to get killed by the Flaming Cliffs F5. Know what I'm saying? They'd be like, fuck, and it was the Flaming Cliffs one. T-Marter says, you understand the ecosystem in the water is what keeps the Earth going, and we're not really respecting it that much. Oh, yeah. And as divers, and military divers as well, understanding your impact on the environment, because we're out there all the time with boats and explosives and all this stuff, it's a huge part of our education when we're learning, right? Always. And you'd be surprised how many different... You'll deploy with different nations and different militaries, and we'll be out there in a boat, and we'll get an oil leak, and we got soak-up pads, we got engineers with us, we got shit happening right away. And other countries from various locations around the world are just like, you know, you have oil in the water, oil gets in the water. So we do our best. We do our best. Can't do better than your best. It's you know, it's tough too, because one of the cool things about joining the Navy young, I joined when I was 19, is I got to see a lot of the world. Like I got to sail in my regular Navy job before I was a diver, and I was all over the world before I was like 23. And I learned really early in life that places where people can't really afford to eat or live that well, they don't give a fuck about the environment. Like, they don't give a fuck in those, like, poor places. Places where being poor isn't a choice, it's like a lifestyle, and I'm talking, like, tribal Africa and that kind of stuff. They're not actually poor. That is the way they live. They keep their environments pristine. But people who live amongst wealth, but in poor places, man, they hate where they live. It's tough. So I used to, I wasn't as understanding before with that kind of shit. Sometimes I am now. Sometimes I am. Sometimes. Ecological rant over. But we did our part. We always did our part to try to clean up all that kind of shit. And there's only so much you can do, though. It was really funny one day. We were doing our underwater demolitions. Server restart 15 minutes. We were doing our introduction to underwater demolitions, and so we're cranking off bang left and right? We're literally just like, we have I-beams and cinder blocks and pilings and this stuff, and we're literally just blowing it up underwater to see what it's going to do, because you have to know what the effect is going to be, right? And then we got in shit. Not in shit, but like somebody who was on a whale watching tour complained because they heard the explosion. They felt the crack in their chest of the pressure, and they were like, oh my God, I felt it in my chest. And they start complaining, and they call the news, and like that kind of shit happens. That exact same day, where we're in the bay doing our little demolitions, you walk up the hill and we're watching the same whale watching tour that complained. And this tour, it's just 50 boats, and they have like a pod of whales just absolutely cornered against a rock face. And they're like a couple 100 feet away, but it is an armada of whale watching boats and pleasure craft and all this shit, like absolutely encroaching on this pod of whales up against this like big rock face. And we're like, who the fuck are you guys? Like, seriously, who do you think you are? We're doing everything in our power. If we even see sea life, like not a fish, but if we see a whale or a seal, you can't do any demolitions until it's been 30 minutes, or I think it's 60 minutes since sea life has been spotted. And those guys were just like, boom, on top of these guys. That's exactly it. They called us out because we were probably scaring all the whales away, but they corner them into these little fucking air. Oh, it was brutal, man. And like, that's just hypocrisy. That kind of shit exists everywhere. Blows my mind. Boils my blood, so I just think to myself that person's day, I'm glad I could be a part of ruining that person's day, you know? I think they were gonna have a shitty day regardless. Oh, Chop City. Oh, Chop City. Just want to log into the server, but yeah, it's going to restart in 15 minutes, so probably 20 minutes. 20 minutes, we'll be back up. I don't know what it is about the Huey. I do know what it is about the Huey, the rotor vibration. It's like the direction of the rotor vibration unscrews my stick extension. It's the only thing that does it. Oh yeah, they absolutely deserve to have their day ruined. But that's Victoria, British Columbia, though, right? You got to understand where it is. So it's like next to Washington in the U.S., right? It's just above Washington, the West Coast Washington. And it's very rainforesty and full of hippies. And these are the people that will, like, say they love the environment, but they're covered head to toe in clothes made by Asian kids. It's just those types of people, right? Just the crunchy granola types that grew up on trust fund and look like they're, I don't want to get in. I'm not here to judge nobody except that one lady specifically who deserves to have her day ruined. Hey, anyway, man, this is such a cool little jet. I can't wait to put those pictures up of the. I'm going to a museum for Father's Day. There's an aviation museum. And I could go whenever, because it's literally 20 minutes away from my house. But we're choosing Father's Day. And I'm going to get some photos of the CF5 that they have there. It's going to be super cool. Trust Fund Nepo Babies. You got it. You got it. Tiamaru got it. Trust Fund Nepo Babies. They never had to work, so they assume that everything just arrives for free. Just exists for free. Who's that? Oh, maybe this is a good example, and maybe you won't be able to see it because of the compression, okay? So let's talk spotting dots. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a dot on this mountain ridge right here that you're not going to be able to see because I'm going into a cloud, but I will nose down. Just for you guys. Maybe I won't. Nose down better. When I zoom in, I can't really see anything. I can kind of see it. When I zoom out, wide field of view, plain as day, there's a dot there. But that might be hard for you guys to see. Maybe I'll zoom in. Can you see the dot? Can you see the dot? And as I zoom in, the level of detail switch factor, so it's going to decide a point of zoom to stop displaying the shitty model and start displaying the high fidelity model. So we'll zoom in. Shitty model still. Oh, it's EWR. Right? Right here is kind of in the middle. I can't see it at all because it's in between models. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. Nope, that's just if your settings are too high. So let's say you play with ultra textures and super Low day switch factors right here. I'll show you. Options, right? System. You can change it on the go. Low day switch factor. Mine's just 1-to-1. Mine's just 1-to-1. YouTube. Okay, guys on YouTube are saying they can't see it. Stream compression. Yeah, sorry guys, but you're just gonna have to take my word for it. It's true. It exists. Maybe like watch the video back in 4K, but I wouldn't waste your time like that, or don't waste your time doing that, right? But yeah, so right here, the level of detail switch factor, and I could be completely wrong, right? I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff. I'm trying to get the best content possible, so I've just like battled with settings for so long. But the level of detail switch factor is, as you're zooming in, when is it going to give you the high detail model? So I think that's also going to be coupled with your texture, right? My textures are on medium. So if you have super high textures, it's not really going to give you a good spotting dot, because it's the high fidelity visual model is going to be sleek and smooth. But if you have your textures turned down, they're going to give you the friggin' potato model all the way up to the merge, and you're going to be able to see them all the way up to the merge. And if I'm talking out my ass, feel free to correct me in the chat. I don't know what I'm talking about. This is not financial advice. There's definitely something wrong with my left friction knob on my Stex. And that sucks because I love this Stex. L39. I'll fuck up an L39. Just kidding. I probably won't be able to. Something you need to try with the graphics and the level of detail settings. Oh yeah, if you put everything on super low graphics, you will be able to spot jets from 30 miles away. You'll be able to spot jets from 30 miles away and track them all the way to the merge. And then if you're on a what's it called? If you're on a server that allows spotting dots or spotting pixels, and you got them turned up to 2 pixels, Jesus, you'll be able to see everything. You'll be Sauron. Okay, where's that L39? He doesn't have a radar, so my RWR is useless for him. I wish this was not feeling so loose. Not that it matters. I can couple it. I can split throttles or couple it to the right throttle, so I'll just do that. Wookie says you'll have to try that. Your biggest issue is you can't spot shit. Oh, dude, that's just DCS though, right? Like, you got to realize that, and I don't mean like, man, you got to realize. I'm saying like one has to realize that spotting in real life is hard as fuck. Like, hard as fuck. I've watched countless, not hours, but I've watched countless videos of like actual dogfight footage, and dudes get lost all the time. All the time. They lose the other dude. So don't feel bad. Don't feel bad at all. And that's with IRL. That's with IRL graphics. You're not taking into consideration like your settings and frame rate and all that kind of stuff, man. Don't feel bad. DCS, I mean, I think watching and hanging out in the communities, it's really easy to think that DCS is an easy game, but it's hard as fuck. People say all the time, like, oh, this guy sucks. And it's like, man, everybody sucks. The guys that don't suck are the outliers. I was, when I first started making content, I was like, man, why would I make content, right? Like, I suck. And then in a couple groups, people have even said, like, man, these guys make content and they don't even know what they're talking about. But, like, I'm just here to make a show every week and have fun. I don't give a shit. That's like when people say, oh, that wouldn't work in real life. It's like, bro, I'm sitting in a Cold War jet. Who cares? Who cares? You always think people can spot immediately? A lot of people can. Track IR makes it harder. VR, I've also heard VR makes it easier, especially for the depth perception. Am I about to? I am. Am I about to? I am. Yeah. Yeah, VR, I've heard, definitely helps with spotting. I had VR. I had a Quest 3, but I didn't have the computer to run the Quest 3. So I didn't really have a Quest 3, if you know what I mean. We're probably just going to run the server out, guys. I'll just shoot the shit and run the server out, and we'll jump back on once everyone else is back on. But also, like, you got to remember, guys have been playing this game for 20 fucking years. Guys have been playing DCS for 7, 8 years, right? So I don't expect me here in the middle of year 3 to be able to anticipate geometry like them, or, you know, fuck them. And the rivet counters, fuck those guys too. They suck. They ruin the game for everybody. Wookie says I'm the only live stream you care to watch. Hell yeah. Thanks, man. I tried to approach it from a gamer's point of view, right? Like, I'm not a professional gamer. I'm not a professional League of Legends player. I'm not trying to min-max everything, even though, like, you kind of are, right? With rate speeds and all that stuff. But, like, if I want to try to kill somebody with gun pods in the Phantom, I'm going to fucking take the gun pods and try to do some air-to-air in the Phantom. And if anybody online has a problem with that, they can go fuck themselves, you know? And you guys should all have that approach as well. You should all have that approach. If anyone's telling you what kind of fun to have, that person sucks. Another rant. Another rant. I'm waiting for someone to come out here, but I don't think any red guys are coming on board. You know what I'm saying? VR is basically putting a monitor on your eyes so you can see bigger pixels. Yeah, I agree. Track IR is okay. You do... Oh, your friend is on the tournament team and he uses OpenTrack. Yeah, I'm using OpenTrack with Dell and Clip, right? Dell and Clip plus OpenTrack. Total, it's like a maybe... I don't know how much it is. I don't remember how much it is. I'm not going to lie to you. But it's a fraction of what Track IR was. There's a really cool... full motion rig guy on YouTube. His name is Project Simstar. He is an Elite Dangerous player, maybe a Star Citizen. Man, if you play Elite Dangerous or Star Citizen and I just mix those up, you probably hate me. But I don't play either of those games, so I'm sure you can understand how I mix them up. But he plays that. His name is Project Simstar, and he has the sickest rig. I'm telling you, he has the sickest rig, and he nailed it. For streaming, he doesn't want to use VR because he likes being here. He likes being with everybody, right? And like I look over here and I'm reading chat, and yeah, I gotta play on Track IR, but that's fine. See ya. We gotta wait for the server to restart. But for streaming, it's better to have Track IR. You know, because if I was in VR, I would open keyboard. I am going to try this. I'm 100% going to try this. I've already planned it. But I'll open keyboard my, what's it called? I'll open keyboard my chat and put it on my leg. Maybe. We're going to have to wait. We'll have to wait for the server to actually restart here. And then I'll try to stay immersed, right? I'll try to stay not immersed in the game, but I'll try to stay immersed with you guys. But the point with VR is to be immersed in the game. So how can I be immersed with you guys, right? It's taking out that layer of you guys. So I don't know. Maybe I'll run videos in I'll do videos in VR and I'll stream in what's it called? Stream in Track IR. That's the words. That's the words I'm looking for. Maybe now we're taking a break. Oh my God. I do have a guitar pick. Over here. If anybody doesn't like guitar, I got bad news for you. It's too bad I wasn't flying the Hornet. yeah! Yeah, of course. You knew he was going to play that song? Yeah, man, it's the Hornet. I don't think you guys can hear it, but DCS is still ripping the external sounds in my ear right now because this is why I always leave before the server restarts. Wait for the program to respond. I hope it doesn't crash. Should have flew the Hornet. Oh hell yeah! Rip Boomcat's ear, yeah, right. And now DCS is doing that thing where it's actually crashed, and you could close the program, but wait for the program to respond often works. So, what do you do, right? What do you do? I don't know if Phoenix is still here, but last time he just happened to mention Stradivarius, and I ripped some Stradivarius for him. Nope. I think DCS is absolutely going to crash here in a second, and I just hope my stream stays up. I don't know why it wouldn't, but it's done some crazier shit. Wait for the program to respawn. Any requests with the understanding that I probably don't know it? I'm not even playing songs. I'm just noodling. No, I don't know any Rage Against the Machine. Rage for the Machine. Oh, I could definitely just go. But then, typical Tom Morello just makes noise for the rest of the song. I usually play Metallica, but I'm sure people are sick of Metallica. Oh my god, I'm just gonna close the program. It is still ripping F5s in my ears. I'm just gonna close DCS. Get out of here. Holy shit. I'll get it back up and running. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. That whole time I just heard like if you were on your F2 view and looking behind your jet, like what are the bands do I like? Man, I like all kinds of bands. The issue is I've played guitar for like 22 years, but I took like a 2-year break, and I'm only kind of getting back into it, so I don't remember anything. I used to know so much, but I don't remember anything, you know? I used to be so good, but now I'm just like rust. I'm just rusty. I'm just rusty. I played some, what did I play? Some Iron Maiden? I played some, what is that song? Wasted Years. That was it. Hey, some, I'm trying to do Aces High. Right? Something like that anyway. Something like that anyway. I was going to learn the Children of Bodom version, you know? Right? Something like that? Fly to live. I haven't started DCS this whole fucking time. I've just been... I have not restarted DCS yet. Let's get this going. I'm just wasting time over here. See, I spent so many years just like learning flashy shit and not actually learning how to play guitars. I don't actually know War Pigs, but I could probably like play it just by memory. Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Something. Oh, my dog came running in. And that's probably like the super heavy metal version of it, right? But that's like the ballpark, right? That's like the ballpark. Okay, we are back in DCS. Just let me get back into the server here. Oh, thanks, dude. So cool. Thanks, man. Yeah, music is just one of these things, man. I've played, what am I, 37? Hey, puppy, what are you doing? She's looking at me like, why were you screaming? I've played so many instruments, man, but I stuck with guitar since I was 14. I'm 37 now, so a couple years. You shared it to your DCS squadron already? Oh, no. I'm hoping that they don't hate it, right? They're like, see? This is one of these guys I'm talking about. Mango, what's up, man? I'm good. Good, dude. I'm doing well. How are you? I'm waiting for DCS to load back up. The only reason why we're in this other little background is because my guitar doesn't come through the DCS one, and I haven't set it up the other way yet. But we'll get there. Back in the server. I really want to... one thing I definitely understand, I need to learn, if I'm going to play guitar on stream, I need to learn some stream-worthy guitar songs. You know what I'm saying? Because I play a lot of, or played when I was playing a lot, play a lot of death metal. So, you know, people there's parts of death metal songs that are cool and they sound cool on stream, but like nobody wants to fucking hear that. Yeah, nobody wants to. I mean, besides me, I'll hear that all day, but the stream isn't full of me. Hold up, I'm getting set up here. We are literally, actually, I'm gonna read these. Yeah, we are. I'm gonna stay on contention for a little bit, just a little bit. Just because I think now that it's restarted, people are gonna hop back in here. I'm gonna pop the guitar off. One last shred. Never mind. I don't remember that anyway. You doing, doggy? What you doing, baby dog? I wish you could see my dog. She's right here. Super cute. Maybe I'll take a picture. I don't even know if you'll be able to see it. Okay, here we go. I swear I'm back in DCS, huh? I swear I'm in DCS, huh? Hi, pup. So here to my left, right, is the coolest feature. I don't know if this is going to work. Is the coolest feature of this whole thing. You can see my knee there and my little doggy in her dog bed. It's literally a fucking hazard. Like, I got to step over her to get out of this thing, and I almost kill her every day. And, well, her and myself. But it's fun. Know what I'm saying? All right. I really just want to... you actually bring up a really good point here, Maru. I should fly on Heat Blur, shouldn't I? Because it's fuller. If people don't hop in here, soon, I will jump on Heat Blur. Heat Blur Cold War. The thing I hate about Heat Blur Cold War, and this might be a hot take, but I don't really care, is that there's no fucking hot starts. And I don't care that people like to cold start. If you like to cold start all day long. Power to you, right? I don't care to cold start. I care to get in the jet and take off when I want to take off. I don't want to wait for INS. Phantom, looking at you, Phantom. A10, looking at you. I don't want to wait for the INS. I don't want to wait for air, auxiliary air, all this. I just want to take off, shoot the shit on the taxiway, and then leave. So, hot take, I know. Hot take. Mango says, I built myself a cockpit. Hell yeah, man. I got myself a, well, okay, so check this out. This is just a, this is just a green screen, right? But when I'm in the Tiger, if I want to fly the fish bed, boom! I'm in a fish bed. Very convincing, I know. Black Shark, boom! I'm in a helicopter now. Very hard to tell that I'm not in an actual helicopter, but believe it or not, I am here at home. Back in the Tiger. I gotta get my background tunes going. I always forget to turn them back on. I always forget to turn the background tunes back on. I wouldn't normally fly. Like, I don't fly with background music when I'm flying by myself. Holy shit, why are we going so fast? But I always have it on super quiet for the stream. You can hot start on Heat Blur, but it's from the... yeah, exactly. It's from the rear bases. It should be standard for every PvP server. I think every PvP server should have hot start and cold start available to anyone who wants to do it. Or cold start only, right? And then when your server's dead and there's nobody on it, you can wonder why. Now, that's not the only reason. I mean, Heat Blur has mostly cold starts, and it's having no problem, right? But it was quite dead for a long time, if I remember correctly. It was Enigma's Cold War, and when I started playing, Enigma's Cold War was in its death. Not in its death, you know what I mean? It was in the process of being taken over, given to, handed off. Hi, sweet girl. I love this dog. Handed off to Heat Blur. So it was dead, and then it was dead after that until quite recently. Quite recent. Oh, delay timer's ended. No idea how long that's been like that. Oh, my dog is asleep. Oh, she's so cute. I typically have another camera that's set up, and it's the dog bed cam, because I have a cat bed cam and a dog bed cam for anyone who isn't aware. I'll even show you. The dog bed cam is not set up. Oh, I don't want to go flaps up. I'm going to leave the flaps in automatic. Automatic. So there's nothing here now, but if I turn on cat cam, it's empty. He's empty right now. I was gonna find something to throw so I could prove that was a live camera, but everything I have is hard. And I don't feel like smashing my window today. Farp Romeo is under attack. Is that the one south of Palmyra? Farp Romeo? Oh, look at me! Look at me knowing stuff. I think I know the DCS Syria map better than I know my own neighborhood, actually. Mango says, do I play any other games? I play a few other games, like just to pass a little bit of time on my Xbox, but I want to start streaming other games. And I don't know what games or when. But I definitely want to do like a DCS stream every Saturday and maybe a stream every some other day of the week with DCS. But then I want to do another game that I stream, and I don't know what it's going to be. And I don't know when it's going to be. I don't know if I'm going to keep it aviation related, like, what's this dot? Probably an EWR. I don't know if I'm going to keep it aviation related, like, let's say I'll just play Ace Combat or something, for example, right? Or the game that I saw that's coming out that looks absolutely ridiculous called Delivery Must Complete. I think that's what it's called. Looks like an F-14 on crystal meth. No idea. Looks fun. That could be a good idea. Or if I'm just gonna play literally whatever I want. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I'm not that good of a gamer either, so I don't know why people would want to watch me play other games. Not that I'm good at DCS, so. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Mango does artwork for other streamers? Hell yeah, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. If or when I'm in the market for some artwork, man, I'm definitely going to go to, I'm definitely going to hit the community first. Definitely going to hit the community first. What do you like to do? Do you do digital art? I have a Huion tablet. I have like a 16-inch Huion tablet. I really like it. I tried to get into that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool. It was fun for a while. I tried playing with Blender, and I was like, this is fun. I don't have 20 years to learn this, though. So Blender was out of the option. Okay, we got a couple guys. We got bearing 052, 052, 071. They're all about 55, 60 miles away. So, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Not quite yet, you know. Maybe I don't mind looking. I'll have to take a look some other time, though, you know, as I'm flying here. What tips do I have for people that want to express themselves artistically but don't know where to start? Oh, man. Honestly, I have a really good tip for this. And it's from experience. So there's been videos where people have commented. They're like, man, I really like your narration style. Like, oh, I like the way you do this. I like the way you talk. I like the way you talk. And then I'm like, I'm glad you guys like it because I'm literally just rambling, riffing, whatever comes to mind. So you're getting like the purest form of what's coming out of my mouth. And then it dawned on me, literally do whatever comes to mind artistically and just fucking do it. And that'll be the most original thing. Like if it comes to mind, just do it. And that's how you express yourself, right? And don't put too much thought into it. Literally just do it. I used to write music and like, I would have such a hard time writing songs because I wasn't writing the next Dream Theater song, or I wasn't writing the next, like I wasn't the next best guitarist. I wasn't the next best at, because I'm the kind of person that likes being good at whatever I do, right? If I pick something up like guitar or diving, like I try to take it to the extreme. Flight sim, I got into flight sim. I was like, I'm going to do this all the way, right? So when you think too much about it, it kind of fucks it all up. If you just kind of go with the flow and do literally whatever comes to mind, you'll end up literally just doing something cool or weird. And then you learn from that. But it's literally just doing it. Literally just doing it. The best, worst advice you can get is literally just do it. And if it sucks, so be it. Make the next one 1% better. Right? Right? Hell yeah, thanks, Mango. I'll see you, man. Oh, did my head tracker doesn't like where my microphone is at. I understand. Okay, we still got a Mirage. Oh, Slick Bomb, what's up, man? Coming in late, please don't hold my breath waiting on ED quality of life or anything. You'd hate to lose this. Yeah, I don't wait on ED anymore, man. I'm of the opinion that they're gonna do whatever they want to do anyway, and I would rather it be late and correct. You know, late and I would rather it be late and okay. We got a Mirage. 096 4000. I'm gonna hit the deck. 096 4000. What do you do, Tiamaru? As an artist, what kind of art you do? Music or literal art? I don't know if you guys can see him. I don't know if you can see him through my HUD, but there's a huge black smudge through my HUD right now, and that is the Mirage. And if I zoom in, he's close enough now that I can see him. Hello. Hello, sir. What's my speed? Speed's all right. Where did he go? He's over here. I'm gonna let him do his thing right now. I'll use a little bit of the vertical to try to stay in his turn here without getting too slow. I don't know if you guys can see him up here. I think he's reversing. Actually, I think he's just a black smudge and I can't see what he's doing at all. Okay, no tone. That's okay. I didn't want any tone anyway. Tone is for losers. Tone is for absolute suckers who think they know what they're doing, and that just ain't us. That just ain't us. Let's see if we can do that again. See if we can do that again. Get a little bit of a better shot, get a little bit of tone. Just give me a little bit of tone, man. What is this aspect? Okay, I'm slow. Way too slow to be playing with this guy. I just need to not get so perpendicular to him, you know? I need to actually get behind him. Maybe this. Maybe this is it. What's my speed? A little slow. A little slow, make it count. Cash it in. No, don't cash it in. I'm way too slow now. And I'm not that familiar with the F5, right? I got really no business being in this fight. I should have practiced a little bit in some instant action missions, but that's boring. But that's boring. I'm just hoping the MiG-19 goes away and doesn't intervene. Oh, I'm gonna overshoot this guy like an idiot. Oh, maneuver kill. I don't know why, but it still counts. Buddy, I was sucking so bad just then. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Okay, but like, there was seriously some tone that I should have been having there, right? Like, tone issues. I think we just merged with a friendly. I think a friendly just went behind that hill. Whoa, MiG-19, 011. Pay attention, pay attention. 3,000. Oh, definitely already merged. Definitely already merged. So with a MiG-19, I need to go one circle, right? I definitely don't want to be two circle with this guy. Hello. I see you. As I go two circle. Whoa! There's two MiG-19s. Shit. Okay. Okay. So he wants to... Oh! Don't go slow, don't get slow, don't get slow, don't get slow. So there's a Phantom here, and I'm hoping he can save me. Save me from the nasty MiG-19. Woo! There's like nothing you can do against a MiG-19. Nothing I could have done against a MiG-19. I think we know. Okay, let's... I'm gonna check back in. Overthinking killed your songwriting and recording. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Me too. Me too. Slick Bomb says you love the channel and the humor. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. I really... That's what I kind of focus on. Ooh-yah from this retired Navy EOD operator. I'm a Navy EOD operator. Hell yeah, dude. I'm a Canadian clearance diver, dog. I love it. I love it. So I'm assuming you're US EOD, Navy, US Navy EOD. Tiamaru says, oh shit, you're doing music and you're recording songs with a mate of yours, like rap stuff. Hell yeah. Overthinking it and not enjoying it. Besides your drug addiction when you were younger. Hell yeah. Slick Bomb said, United States Navy. Hell yeah, dude. I went to the EOD school in Florida in 2018. I was one of the Canadian. I was one of the international classes that just goes a little silly, if you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Select roll. Check this out, Slick Bomb. This might be a little much for everybody else, but Slick Bomb will get it. So besides my dive helmet, right? I got my dive helmet that I got done in Florida. This was my first tattoo ever. Across my collarbone, strength in depth, brother. Strength in depth. That's the clearance diver trade motto. Fuck yeah. Yeah. Not a good idea for a first tattoo. I'll tell you that for free. And like, I'm not one of those like dudes who's like, I'm so tough. Everyone was like, did it hurt? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That was horrible. What a stupid idea that was. And the very first place I ever got touched by a tattoo gun was my fucking sternum. And the second he put the line on me, I was like, oh my God, what have I done? Like, seriously, what have I done? Because I can't quit. Like, there's a black mark on me. I can't go back with half a tattoo. That was over 4 sessions. So it was 4 sessions of actual garbage. Like, it was really shitty. I'm glad I got it done, though. Glad I got it done. But hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I love the EOD school in Florida. I always say Canada thought about doing that stuff in-house. And we just laughed. We just laughed at them. Master Blaster for Slick Bomb. That's why I'm Boomcat, man. Because one, I absolutely adore. Okay, so I'm currently being spawned in on top of. Thank you. So Boomcat, I absolutely adore my animals. I'm a huge animal lover, and I'm an ex-EOD tech, right? Boomcat. That was literally where the name came from, dude. The collarbones were okay, but I'm telling you, man, the sternum and the rib cage, oh man, the rib cage, it felt like they were peeling my flesh off. Get me out of here. Get me out of here. Get me out of this. Slick Bomb, what was your guys' rebreather called? Like the M16 or something like that? The fucking refrigerator of death. I never dove it, but I did. I got some explanations of that. Our rebreathers were shit too. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Our rebreathers were old and shit too, but your guys, the Mark 16, yours was old. Ours was old, yours was old. Yeah. Yeah, you Mark 16. And now that you're retired, do you do any diving? Because I sure fucking don't. I got medically retired. My back is messed up. But I don't even do any, like, leisurely diving. You never had an issue with the Mark 16, but you're a 1%er? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dude. We had 2 rebreathers before I left. We had the CCDA and the CUMA, the Canadian Clearance Diver Apparatus, and the Canadian Underwater Mine Apparatus. And basically, it's an O2 rebreather and a deep rebreather, right? One is up to... It dives 3 gas mixes. You can dive O2, 40-60, or 60-40 for your shallow swims, your medium depth, and then your deep on that gas mix. And then the CUMA was straight Heliox rebreather. It has a ratio regulator. It's mixing it in real time as you go down. And that thing, man, with a max depth of like 250 feet or something, like, fuck, dude. That thing, every time I went down in the CUMA, I was just like, here we go. Like, I know all my emergency procedures, so... I also know that there's certain things that can happen, and there's absolutely nothing you can fucking do about it. You're just gonna die. I never had any issues with our rebreathers, though. I actually really enjoy rebreather diving. Did you guys do any helmet stuff? Any helmet diving? Where am I going? Beep, beep. Yeah, I hear ya. I hear ya. Snorkeling with your son, but no diving. The community is supposed to be replacing the Mark 16s, but they've been saying that for 10 years. You never worked with us, but the friends that did. Hell yeah, man. It's funny you hear in the mainstream media all this like animosity between like Canada and the US, but you talk to any military guy and they're like, nah, man, we don't get it. We don't get it. You know, the Mark 21 at dive school. We, because our military is so much smaller, our divers have to be you know, we're also like the helmet, the salvage, right? The cutting, welding, rebreather, explosives, all that kind of stuff, forensics, all that kind of stuff. So we had to learn it all. And we got I'm gonna get out of these guys' way. I got qualified in the SL-17, right? The Kirby Morgan, the yellow fiberglass helmet. Some of the coolest diving, like the safest diving you can do, in my opinion. But for my graduation, I got to dive a Mark V dive helmet. Holy fuck, that thing sucks. Being a diver used to suck, dude. Being a diver used to fucking suck in that piece of junk. Super glad I got to dive it, but god damn, that thing was brutal. Saber taking a sweet time getting off the deck. That's cool though, man. Not a lot of Navy divers out there, let alone Navy divers in the stream. So fuck yeah, dude. Hell yeah. A Navy diver wishes he will die 200 feet under the waves, for that is the closest thing he will ever be to being a hero. Hell, I don't know why anyone want to be a Navy diver. Hell yeah. Don't mind me, that just comes out of nowhere. Anybody who hasn't seen Men of Honor, it is Boomcat mandatory watching. So, for all 7 people on YouTube and 2 on Twitch, when you come back here next time, make sure you've watched Men of Honor, because it is a fantastic movie starring Cuba Gooding Jr., who has disappeared off the face of the planet for some reason, and Robert De Niro. Actually, Robert De Niro. Thanks for checking us out, Slick Bomb. Super cool meeting you, man. Hope to see you around. Hope to see you around. Okay, we got a MiG-21, Mirage F1, but they are all pretty far. They're all pretty far away. Nazgul, what's up, man? Been a while. Pass it fast to leave your like. I appreciate that, man. Have a good stream. I will, dog. I will have a good stream. If you guys haven't seen Nazgul DCS, even though if you watch DCS content, you've definitely seen Nazgul DCS, go check him out. The dude knows what's up. The guy knows what's up. That is for sure. I wish that we had a couple more red players on, you know? A couple more red players that weren't fucking tag teaming me in the MiG-19, because that was bullshit. That was bullshit. There's nothing I can do. And did you see the way that one guy, like, slowly tried to force me to do a roll? But then I could see his buddy behind him, like, getting ready to take my 6. So I didn't take that bait, but they had me either way. They had me either way. Nazgul, I can't play it right now, but I always got the guitar ready to go, my man. Always ready to rip. It's so hot in this room right now. Oh, we are pitching up like a son of a bitch. We are pitching up like a son of a bitch. Hell yeah. Come on, Mirage. See, I need dogfights, because if there's no dogfights, I got to be entertaining. And if I got to talk, I'm probably just going to say something stupid, you know? Slick Bomb is gone, but I was going to say I have a third EOD-related tattoo, but I can't show you on the internet. We have a saying in EOD called ass to blast, so whenever something's blowing up or whenever you're deading in, like hooking up your detonators or testing your detonators, you turn away, right? You put your ass to the blast. That way at least you'll save your eyes. And I have a Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes with the old-fashioned like detonator, right? Or not detonator, but with the old-fashioned clacker on my butt cheek. By the way, Boomcat, today's a holiday in Germany. You couldn't get your medical cannabis. The stream really took the edge off and saved your evening. Hell yeah, dude. I will I will, I'll try to give you some of my medical cannabis vibes because mine's provided by the government of Canada, so I have a little bit of excess. So I will, ooh, thick clouds of billowing smoke, Timaru. Ooh, how's that? Is that good, man? My dog's looking at me like, dude, what the hell are you doing? I feel the relaxation already. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, I got mirrors. That's right, I got mirrors on this bitch. That way I could have seen the MiG-19 shoot me in the ass, you know? How we doing? 31 miles. 017 for 31, cold. So, I don't even know where I am. I'm just flying. Jesus. Guys. You know, maybe I shouldn't rely on the medical cannabis that so much, you know what I'm saying? Trying to fly into the battle, and here I am just like sending it off into the middle of nowhere. Just running a few errands beforehand. Just running a few errands. What is the cannabis situation in Germany? Is it legal there? Is it only legal for... Is it legal recreationally or only medically? Or like decriminalized? We legalized marijuana, I think, in 2015, 2018, and I couldn't smoke for the longest time because I was a Navy diver, so those don't go hand in hand. But then as soon as I retired, boy, let me tell you, I did it the same way I do everything else. I became the fucking best at it immediately, you know? Joined the Navy, and I was like, I don't know what I want to do. Someone was like, oh, join this trade. And I was like, okay. And then I did really well in the trade. And then I became I found diving, and I was like, I don't want to be a regular diver. I want to be the best diver. So I became one of the best diving trades. Playing guitar, I don't just want to play guitar. I want to be like really good and fast at guitar. So I spent time doing that. I don't just want to play DCS. I want to have like a whole DCS thing, right? I don't just want to smoke medical cannabis. I want to be the best at it. And let me tell you, I'm pretty fucking good. I'm pretty good at it. I'm pretty good at it. It got legalized 2 years ago. You can have 50 milligrams in 3 plants at home if you're allowed to smoke under some regulations, but government, which is pretty right-wing, they try hard to criminalize it again. That's okay. That's okay. Who's this on the deck in front of me? I see you. Is that an A-10? What is happening? Oh, what the hell was that? Well, bro got his gunshot, that's for sure. Is this an A-10? I think so. I think so. My man just pile drived his nose into the ground. Saber. That looks pretty sabery. Woo! Looks pretty sabery. Woo! Okay. Okay, now what was I thinking? They want to make it so hard for everyone. You don't get medical. You don't get it paid for by insurance. You have to pay for it all alone. We would be allowed to form clubs, and they can supply each other. Permanently getting sabotaged. Yeah, I would just grow your own. You don't. I mean, okay, so here's the flip side of things, right? I live in Canada, and we have a super left-wing government, and we don't have to get started on why I think it's bad, but I just don't think it is that great. And I got a medical marijuana prescription, and right off the bat, they gave me 90 grams a month. They said, here you go, here's 90 grams a month. And I was like, holy fuck, are you kidding me? And they were like, yep. And then there's so many different products I can choose from, and there's a lot of like topical stuff, right? The topical stuff eats up a lot of your allotment, so in order to try, I was needing an increase in my allotment. So I called and I was like, I need an increase in my allotment so I can try all the creams and stuff. And they were like, okay, your increase is from 90 to 150 grams a month. And I was like, what? And like, just like that. So for me, it works because I am a very high-strung individual who's been kind of high-performing his whole life, right? Like Navy diver lifestyle and all that stuff, like go, go, go all the time. So this isn't a problem for me. But I can guarantee you there are people ruining their lives on the program that I am on. I can guarantee it. People who don't have the self-starter personality that I have, who are literally just wasting away into their couch because they asked for a prescription and they were given a death sentence of 90 grams a month. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion. I'm the kind of person who thinks that more for me is better, but that's because I can handle it, and everyone else should be handled with kids' gloves. Kid gloves, whatever you want to call it. So, but I'm not going to tell anyone what to do, man. Figure it out. If it sucks that, it sucks though. I'm sure there's a happy medium, right? I'm sure there's a happy medium between what we're doing here. I'm just ripping in circles waiting for this mirage to come over. I'm sure there's a happy medium between what we do and what's going on over there. But I would just grow my own. If that were the case, and then I wouldn't have to worry about anybody else. I wouldn't have to worry about stores being closed or shit shutting down. I would just have my own. 18 miles, 027. miles, 027. I'm one of those people who, I was totally down for weed to be legalized in Canada. Like, I don't give a shit. But I honestly feel like you should be 25. And I'm 37, so that's easy for me to say. But, I honestly think you should be 25. I think your brain needs to develop a little bit more before you're able to just smoke yourself stupid. And now I'm 37, I can smoke myself as stupid as I want. Who cares? I'm established. Right? But, you know, I don't know. I don't know stuff, guys. I don't know stuff. I know that there's a MiG-15, 024, 022. There's no way to make everybody happy, so smoke as much weed as you want, and other people will fuck themselves up with it, and so be it. Yeah, the abuse and the danger, and not only the abuse, but as soon as it became legal in Canada, like as soon as government money got involved, I was able, the speed at which I was able to increase my allotment just made me think like, oh, this is a money-making business. This has, great, I have a Sabre and a MiG-15 out in front. It's like, oh, this has very little to do with, I don't know who's who. This has very little to do with wellness and a lot to do with making money. Because I asked for a prescription increase and someone over the phone said, yep, no problem. And then the government footed the bill. You know what I'm saying? Hello, are you a Sabre? Which one is a Sabre? That's a MiG. Yep. There's two MiG-15s, actually. Right? Isn't there two? Is there not two? Did I just turn past everybody? Huh. I think I found him. Now he's out in front. Fuck you. That's right. That's right. I lost him in the sun. Oh, they're still both here. Oh no. Okay, we're okay. Shit. Fuck. Boo! I want this guy in the Gazelle to know that the Gazelle sucks. Buddy, the Gazelle sucks, don't you know? I've tried it earlier. That was stupid. That was stupid the way that went down. But 2 MiG-15s in an F5, like I don't really know what I could have done there anyway. The government knows they can get big money from the taxes from the cannabis, but rather they don't criminalize it and use profit from it, you know. Yeah, man, it's all money. The only reason why they did it was because they could, well, not the Canadian government. They screwed it up. Only the Canadian government can screw up being drug dealers. You know? Select roll. I don't think I got a single kill today. I'm just trying to figure out the F5, though. You know, that's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. Actually, that's not true. I got a maneuver kill, and that counts. That absolutely counts. CSAR request. CSAR request up the coast. Oh, that's kind of far, though, isn't it? That's kind of far, though, isn't it? I'm going to try to do this CSAR request, and I'm going to land hot as fuck and probably crash. I'm just trying to figure out which one's closer. Maybe I should fly the Vigan some. Not today, because I would have to rebind everything, but that could be fun. The Vigan's a great little jet. 1 kill, but 10 out of 10 vibes. Hell yeah, that's kind of like my whole situation, right? I stopped trying to make amazing videos where, like, I get a fucking ace all the time because I'd make a video every 2 months. Now I just have to, like, fly, find something funny that happens, and try to make a video out of it. That's my... That's my goal. Ah, that's kind of far, isn't it? How far? 22 miles. We'll get there. 351. 22 miles, and this would have been further. 27 miles. Yeah, so either way we were kind of screwed. Either way, kind of screwed. That's okay. That's okay. Wouldn't that kill all the fun hunting for aces and premium content? Hell yeah! A lot of what I do on this channel is I just try to like, I know that I shouldn't be turn fighting all the time, and I know I should be blowing through fights in some jets, but like sometimes it's just funnier to try to do crazy shit. Like, I know that. I know I'm not beating the MiG-19 in the F5, but I'm sure as shit gonna try. Because what if I do? That'd be amazing, right? Everyone goes, no, don't turn with the Phantom against this, and it's like, yeah, but what if I beat him? That'd be cool. That would be cool. Anyway, where are we going? 317, right? Wasn't that 171? That's the reciprocal. That's not true at all. We are going 352 and not 317 at all. 352 and not 317 whatsoever. I updated my Moza software, and it's actually been switching automatically, which is a big W for me. It hasn't been doing that. I wish my cat was here. He normally hangs out all day, but he went under the bed, and he's sleeping there. Wah, wah. Wah, wah. This is probably going to be my last sortie, guys. Not only streaming on a Monday, but streaming on a rainy Monday for 2.5 hours. That's pretty good for me. With my shitty lower back, it's hard to sit here, you know? It's hard to sit here for this amount of time. And the seat that I have, the Next Level Racing Flight Simulator, I think that's what it's called. Oh my god. It's like sitting on a ton of bricks. It's like sitting on a pile of bricks. Ah! Was a nice stream. Hell yeah. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dog. And everyone else who's watching, thank you very much. Make sure you follow, hit that subscribe button, and you'll be notified when I do more streams like this and that kind of stuff. I don't have a, like every Saturday is a pretty good schedule right now, and for the throughout the week streams, I don't really know. I don't know yet. My takeoff timer has ended. Clear to take off when ready. I'm ready. And we're going 352. Force trim off. Oh. 352. Get the hell out of here. I love the Huey. I don't have that much to compare it to. Like I said, I fly the Gazelle, and that thing sucks. I shouldn't say I fly the Gazelle. I've been in the Gazelle, and that thing sucks. I do fly the Black Shark, and that's actually a blast to fly, but not really comparable to the Huey whatsoever. I wish Red 4 had a Huey equivalent, and I don't think it's the hip. I don't believe it's the hind or the hip. The Huey's kind of small, it's nimble. The hind and the hip are behemoths. Absolute behemoths. The hip has it's a 3-crew helicopter. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? All right. I'm really glad that the stream worked on Twitch and YouTube this time, because I streamed on Saturday and it didn't go up on YouTube, and then I uploaded it as a video, and it's just not the same. You know, it is just not the same. I don't think it's the same anyway. I'm like, I don't know if you can see my controls indicator, but I'm like full forward stick in this thing right now. Do I have the KA-50? Hell yeah, man. The Black Shark 3. That's the only other helicopter that I actually fly. I did an Apache trial, but that was before I knew how to fly helicopters, so that didn't go very well. I should probably do it again, actually. I did the Chinook trial, and the Chinook is just to... How do I explain it? I don't feel like I'm flying the Chinook. I lifted the collective, and the Chinook just went like, whoa! And then I pressed forward on the stick, and it just went, whoa! And it was just really weird. Really, really weird. Same with the Blackhawk. That's it, the Blackhawk. The flight controls, the flight computer just makes it too smooth, whereas the Huey, like, I'm flying this bitch. I'm flying this thing, right? And the Black Shark is basically a flying computer. It's not the same at all. Marcel says, will I fly the MiG-29 next stream? I would love to fly the MiG-29. I just need a good server to do it on. Because I definitely want to fly PvP. I don't want to do scenarios or single-player stuff, right? And I am sure as fuck not taking the MiG-29 onto Contention Modern. I just don't hate myself enough to do that. But I miss the MiG-29. It's been a minute since I've been in it, you know? You love it with the Polish livery since you're Polish and you've seen it in real life? Ooh, you lucky boy. It's funny, every time I fly the Polish livery, the Russian guys give me shit, and every time I fly the Russian liveries, the Polish guys give me shit. So I'm going to start flying North Korea, and then everyone can just hate me equally. Everyone can just hate me now. I'm just playing, though. I think the Polish skin with the eagle on the back is cool as fuck. I think it's one of the coolest skins that it has. I have the Have Chips server saved as one of my favorites. I've just never flown on it. And before jumping into a server, I like to learn the rules, right? Every server has nuances and rules and just different things, and I just don't know half chips. So before I jump on and ruin everyone else's time, I just need to figure out how to actually play on that server. Like I know how contention works, right? So I don't mind spawning a gazelle way in the back line and ruining my own time, because I know I won't ruin anybody else's time fucking around that way. But I don't know how half chips functions, so I'll figure it out. Let's hope they jump back into SAR eras this week, man. I feel for the modern guys because Growling Sidewinder has no air-to-ground component, right? But when I see contention modern, I see 2 Growling Sidewinder servers. That's how I think of it. And it doesn't even register in my brain. What we need, guys, and if you haven't been around long enough to know this, that really sucks. But if you have been around long enough, what we need is the Shadow Reapers 80s server back. That is what we need. There's nothing that compares to Shadow Reapers 80s. I'm telling you. Rest in peace, Shadow Reapers. Pour one out from a homie. It's not a definitive shutdown forever, but it's definitely a definitive shutdown for the time being. So it was a great 80s server. The new How I Play, if you guys haven't seen How I Play YouTube channel, he's like a news commentator for Flight Sim and DCS. He's starting a 80s server that reminded me. I participated in one of the betas. Where the fuck am I? Jesus. I participated in one of the betas, and it reminded me of Shadow Reapers. So that could be fun. How I Play, I don't know if it's going to be PvP, but it is... I don't know if it's PvP, but it's definitely PvE. I hope it is PvPvE, like Shadow Reapers was. Won't it be like contention? I mean, it'll kind of be like contention the same way Heatblur's like contention, right? The same way, they're all kind of. I mean, we're all playing the same game, right? There's only so much you can do with the system that we have, but it seemed pretty fleshed out the way the AI missions were built. If you played on Shadow Reapers, you would have like missions. So unlike contention, where I'm just going to take off and I'm going to go bomb the shit out of everybody out of this, and you know, I'll say on SRS, hey everybody, I'm going to go bomb the shit out of this. On Shadow Reapers, there would be like, I'm taking off from here, and I'm looking for air-to-ground missions. What air-to-ground missions are available? So you'd look on the map, and it'd be like, oh, Aleppo is really close. At Aleppo, I can bomb the barracks, I can bomb the HQ, I can bomb the ammo depot, I can bomb the runway, I can bomb so many different things that you could bomb, and you would choose your mission, and then you would go do your mission, and that's how you would get your credit points to then add to the campaign. If you did someone else's mission, you would not get credit points. So then that way, you and your buddy could go plan a bombing mission, and you could sign up for it on your F10 menu, and then it would be yours. And if anybody else did it, you'd still get some points, and they wouldn't get any points. So it was cool like that. It was cool like that. I don't know if I explained that very well, but, you know, and just a couple minutes ago, I was talking about all the medical marijuana I'm prescribed, so you can see how that and explaining stuff real well are not going hand in hand. Fuck. Fuck. You're on the chips, people, you're on the chips, there's 8. Guys, I swear I can read. I joined the Navy for a reason, though. Okay. I'm going to try that again. Marcel says, I'm on half chips right now. There's like 8 people. Yeah, that's not enough. That's not enough for me, you know, unless I'm doing air to ground. And then I don't want anybody. Then I just want to ground pound the shit out of stuff. That'd be a nice dedicated missions instead of OPs, FARPs and stuff. Yeah, it was the same idea, right? There were still outposts and FARPs and depots, and it's just you could just go bomb it. You just wouldn't get any campaign points for it. And you could if someone else was already signed up for the mission, you could join their mission, right? So you could both get points for it. Or if you just wanted to do air to air, you could literally just sign up for air to air, and if you got one air-to-air kill, you got points. Or if you got it, or you had to get 3 to get points or something like that. And there were enemy players, but there was also enemy AI that just ran circuits. And if you were blue, there'd be like 2 flankers running, 2 AI flankers like running cap somewhere, right? So even shitty players, myself included, could go blast the shit out of them, and you wouldn't have to worry about PvP. It was just cool. There were a lot of options, you know. Wouldn't that be like the PvE servers where you have mission areas with dedicated objectives you can assign yourself to? Yeah, it was the exact same. It was the exact same, except for it was PvP VE, right? It was exactly like Contention, where you could join red or blue, but you had to like sign up for the different missions and objectives. Yeah. And there was like, they had voice acting in it, and they had it was just cool. It was just cool. Rest in peace, Shadow Reapers, you know? And I think that Shadow Reapers was a pivotal step in learning DCS, because when you're playing PvE, I started in the 4Y, well, I started in Growling Sidewinder, and that was a fucking trial by fire, I promise you that. And then I went to the 4YA servers, where it's PvE only, and you can see all the jets on the map, and it's kind of easy, and it's for training and learning, right? And that was great. And then I went to Shadow Reapers, where you could see all your friendlies on the map. And you could still see enemies on the map, but there was all these objectives, and then I think actually Shadow Reapers, you couldn't see enemies on the map, but you could still see friendlies. And Heapler, you couldn't see anybody, right? Enigma's Cold War, you couldn't see anybody, so that was actually a big step up for me. So Shadow Reapers was a really good in-between for learning. But now it doesn't exist, and it doesn't exist, I believe, because of political reasons. The guy lives in a pretty... I'm not going to speculate, and I'm not going to speculate on his situation, but all I'm going to say is that when Iran started slaughtering people in the streets, he had to shut his server down. So... I'm no expert in geopolitical, all this stuff. I'm just calling it like I see it, you know? I don't know what happened, but it happened at the same time as that. Okay, let's get a green smoke out here. 10, 2, 10, F3, request smoke. Is it to my left? It's probably to my left. Is it actually completely fucking behind me because I haven't been paying attention? You switch, they switched SRH for like a month. Oh yeah, on Contention SARH, they switched it so you couldn't see yourself or other players. And I understand why they switched it, and I understand why people like it, and I understand why people don't like it. But they just wanted to try it out. And I actually think that the plan is... Excuse me, I'm not trying to burp in your faces here. I think the plan is to put the markers back on, and I think that's a good plan. Because I think if you think of the average player on Contention, right? Not the rivet counter, not the YouTuber, not the guy with the massive sim pit who's on this every day like me, and the guys who play this all the time. But if you think about the guys who just want to get on and play, they don't want that hardcore shit. And Contention is not a hardcore server. It's right in the middle, right? You don't have to call out actually taking runways and landing and all that stuff. So it's not an invite-only server, so it's not a hardcore server. So I think they should keep it casual. That's just my opinion. I think Contention holds a spot right in the middle between hardcore and casual. Maybe towards the more casual side of it all, and I think that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, definitely not gonna like this landing, so we're just gonna shimmy out of that real quick. Nope, don't hit anything. Oh, I think there's a light post behind me. Oh, I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Man. Man, what a... No finish. No finish! Imagine being the down pilot and, like, being at the field hospital, like, oh, within an inch of your life, and seeing me landing. Be like, oh, don't worry, sir. Help is here. They're going to medevac you to the hospital. And then seeing this Huey land and me being like, oh, in the cockpit. Imagine your final moments, what you'd be thinking. You'd be thinking, oh, for fuck's sakes. For fuck's sakes, this is the guy? This is the guy they send? Pick up down pilot. And then, like, you're dying, bleeding out in the back, and I'm like, you good? And he's like, what did you say? And he's like, let's get the fuck out of here, boys! Oh, watch the tree, watch the tree. Shit, here's a tree. Hold on back there, buddy. That's okay. That's okay. Only all of our gauges are hitting the red right now. That's all right. That's all right. Full fuel, an extra pilot. That's all right. Let me see. Let me catch up on some reading here. It took me way too long to land, and I'm missing like 10 paragraphs of conversation here now. They changed it. The fog of war is okay, but the no kill log is too far. Yeah, I don't understand the kill log. But I think with SARH, they were just trying to make that first one like the quintessential 80s. Like, here you go. This is pure 80s combat. And then they took in all the feedback, and I think the next round of SARH 1 that you see is going to be, you know, I think. You know, it'll decrease player count, but you wish SRS was required, like on Gray Flag. You have to, oh, okay. I didn't know you had to connect. It's mandatory. I didn't know you had to connect before you could spawn. Yeah, I think it should be mandatory too. There's been a lot of times, though, where I'll be on and I'll be flying for like 30 minutes and be like, oh, fuck, I'm not even connected on SRS. But I guess if I couldn't take off, they would know. Or I would know. Marcel said, if that's the case, 70% of contention players will be gone. Yeah. Especially on modern. Yeah, like there's tons of people on SRS. Like if you got 50 people on the server, 20 whatever per side, whatever the sides are even out to be, SRS is usually banging. But if you got 12 people on the server, 6 per side, SRS is a ghost town, right? Usually. Unless you're on super early in the morning Atlantic Canada times, because then you're playing with the same 12 dudes who are actually quite chatty. You don't play on modern, but you feel it's basically Growling Sidewinder? Yeah, but Growling Sidewinder doesn't have any objectives, right? The objective is airquake all the time. I just don't like modern air-to-ground combat. I don't want to ripple JDAMs from, 30,000 feet and never actually look at what I'm blowing up. I want to dodge AAA on my fucking way in. I want to drop a bomb with iron sights, or maybe the Phantom's computer, right? Maybe the Phantom is the best computer I got. But I want to be like dodging tracers on the way in, and I want to be dodging tracers and stingers on the way out. I don't want to just launch shit from the stratosphere and watch it go. Like, but that's just not my game, right? That's just not my style. And there's dudes who absolutely live for that shit, and we tell them that it's okay to be wrong. I'm just playing. Yeah, and SAR Era 1 had no AWACS, and that was the reason you didn't see anyone on the map. No, they turned it off. They turned it off completely, because you can run a C-130 like an AWACS, but you still got a GCI for them. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on much. Diving EOD, quote me. Tech, DCS, don't quote me. But that's what I think that's what happened. So, like, you could still GCI, right? You could still drop EWRs and you could still GCI, but if you didn't have EWR coverage, you didn't have coverage. You couldn't see shit. And you could still, it's not F10, but it's like Alt F10 or Shift F10 or whatever it is. And it's not display pilot. It's like display own ship position or something like that. It's called something different, but it basically ballparks your F10 area. It'll get you in the same area. It'll get you in the right area, right? Like if I hit F10, it's going to go over that. But if I hit Shift F10, Alt F10, Shift F10, Control F10. See, it just ballparks it over my area. So if you hit left Control F10, if you could go back in time on SARH1 and hit left Control F10, right? Let's say, oh, I don't know where I am. Left Control F10. It would not show me my fucking shit ripping through there, but it would still put me on this block. And it would still let me know that I'm like generally in this area, if that makes any sense. Oh, buddy, there are so many keybinds that are hidden in DCS. Not hidden, but they're just like in the back end, and they're meant for user interfaces, and they're meant for like debugging and all that kind of stuff, and especially the camera controls. I'm still figuring out different types of camera shit. Great, now my F10's fucked up. Great, now my F10 is fucked up. Where am I? Where am I going? Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. Gotta turn a little left, but we'll get there. Turn a little left, but we'll get there. True EWR existed, so it had to be just turned off. Yeah. Control F10. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It helps. It helped in that scenario. And I wouldn't have known for it except for in the contention Discord, either Trapper or Scar or one of the devs actually said it, because people were bitching about not being able to see their own position. And one of the devs was like, listen, motherfucker, just ballpark your position like this. And I was like, oh, that's smart. That's smart. If not that, then you, Marcel, you're programming waypoints. Yeah, the waypoint system is cool if you know how to use your jet's navigation system, right? So, for me... I learn how to fly it, I learn how to shoot the guns, and then I jump in multiplayer immediately and learn the rest over time. So, like, I'll get lost, and then I'll be like, fuck, I should learn the navigation system. And then I'll watch a YouTube video, and then I'll fumble fuck around with it, right? Am I close? God, no. God, no. Let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. What are we doing? Lollygagging because I'm yapping. That's what's going on. Lollygagging because I'm yapping. But in the Black Shark, the waypoint tool is amazing because you just put in your waypoints, and it automatically populates them in the the computer. It automatically populates them in the nav computer. But like, I just F10. Like, I F10 and navigate. I don't care. People give me shit. People can give me shit all they want. And those people can eat a you-know-what. Because in real life, I would have a radar operator back home to talk to if I was really lost. If we're being honest, I would always have a GCI, red or blue. I would have someone to point me somewhere if this were real life. But since that's not the case, I just GCI for myself. F10. I'm a GCI now. And, you know, there's servers that don't allow F10 view. Right? So, if you're on one of those invite-only servers and you can only look out your cockpit, then so be it. But, they don't want me anyway. I don't want them, and they do not want me. Trust me. Come on, Huey. You can do it, buddy. True, we're still playing a game. People love to talk others down and put themselves above. Oh, man. Simulators are brutal for it, too. Like, I knew flight sims were bad. And, but I'll be the person who goes out of their way to call it a game, though. Because I have real military experience, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says. And whenever they say, like, well, it simulates this, and it's actually a sim because... My rebuttal is always, simulators don't have Easter sales, motherfucker. This is a game. This is a game. You know? A lunar sale event? Nah, man, this is a game. You have ED points that accumulate when you buy the things that are on sale. This is a game. You can treat it like a simulator. You can play it like a simulator. You can simulate within the game, but it is not a simulator. And, but the people that say it's a simulator just want to say that they're in a real fighter jet simulator and could fly real jets if they had to, you know? Like, what would be the other reason? What would be the other reason for not agreeing that this is a game? Other than saying, like, because it's a simulator, I could probably fly a real jet if I had to. Which we're all assuming we could, right? I know we all think that way, but I just think it's because I'm fucking good at everything, not because I play a simulator. And then I depart flight and crash immediately, right? So... Good player. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I think you only think I'm a good player because you haven't seen too much. But I appreciate the compliment. I'm actually relatively new. Couple years in the game. Good player. And now I'm going to try to land. And then he's going to delete his comment and be like, oh, I take it back. I take it back. But thank you. We'll, I could just do like a straight in approach, but man, I want to do those hot landings like Bullet for My Enemy does. But, I just got too much suck going on. You know what I'm saying? My suck meter's too high. Too high. So what I'm going to do is a full Buddha right rudder because that's going to slow me down. Because this thing wants to crank to the left. We'll start slowing down just a little bit. Vertical speed is picking up a little too much. My problem is once I get below the 40, it just drops right off and I don't transition into the... effective transitional lift, ETL, right? I don't switch. I don't transition to the ETL version of flying fast enough or smooth enough. And that might not even be the correct way to think about flying a helicopter, but it sure is how I think about it. Right? There's helicopter mode and there's plane mode, and everyone gets in trouble when you're switching between them. Something like that. Just a joke with the J-hook. Man. Show us that J-hook, man. Let this pilot, the pilot that I've been carrying has been through enough. I'll let him out first. Unload the down pilot who never thought he was going to make it here in the first place. And then we'll go do some crazy shit, and then I gotta go. This is an airfield, though, so let's not do crazy shit where we're going to destroy our own assets. Because remember how I don't mind fucking around, but not at the expense of my team. So we'll get out of here. The problem is I don't know what's fast in the Huey. It all feels real fast, and until you drop out of the sky. It always feels like I'm going too fast until I drop out of the sky. Bow now, bow now, bow now, bow now. Some folks are born made to wear the flag. Oh, they're red, white, and blue. When the taxman says hail to the chief, oh, they point the cannon at you. Come on, it ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no senator son. Oh. Ah! See, and I don't really know what to do here. So now I just feel like I'm raiding. My vertical speed is almost none, right? It's almost none. But I'm still 100 feet up doing this, right? Holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck, holy fuck. Holy fuck, holy fuck. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I mean... Ooh. I've successfully landed. Oh, thanks. Flight time, 1 minute. No points? 0 points for landing? Okay, well, if the game knew what was going on, I would have gotten points for that landing. So my biggest problem, I think, is just I'm not experienced enough in the Huey to be able to anticipate what it's going to do, right? I'm not experienced enough to be able to anticipate when it's going to shit the bed on me. AKA when I'm not going to do it properly. And I also don't even know. I also don't even know what a J-hook is. Don't tip, don't tip, don't tip, don't tip. Right? Right? But I know you're not really supposed to take off in the Huey like that. You're supposed to kind of hover and then pick up speed. But I always take off like I'm in Vietnam. I don't land like I'm in Vietnam. That's what I'm trying to do today. But I always take off like I'm in Vietnam. So if you just like... If you keep this thing in a turn and don't let the nose smash into the ground, by the time you get... Okay, well... Oh, that wasn't exactly it. But by the time you hit that 40, 30 knots when you start transitioning into the... is your vortex ring state, right? When you start getting into your turbulent air. No, I lost it. That's how little I understand it. And it's gone. But if you keep it in a turn, when you start slowing down, I think it's just going to go and like smash into the ground. But because I get lower and because I slow down, it starts pivoting so much more. And you get that ground effect cushion. And it slows me down a little more than I think it's going to. So then I don't have to correct as much as I am correcting. That's my basic understanding of how this works. But I think in real life I would have... Ah! Okay. Don't mind me. I think in real life I would have blade slapped the shit out of this thing by now. Me, the co-pilot, and the pilot that we even tried to pick up before would just be fucking toast. We'd just all be dead right now. So there's 60 knots. I'm just going to keep this thing in a turn, and I'll see what it does. 60 knots... Oh, I pulled too hard on the stick. Oh no, oh no, oh no, we're crashing. Oh! Well, I didn't like them blades anyway. Well, I didn't really need those. I didn't really need those to begin with, if I'm thinking about it. Can I bring this around a little bit? Will it let me bring it around a little bit? Well, guys, I think that's a really good sign. I think that's a really good spot to call it a day. Get out of there, buddy! I didn't know he ran away. I never seen him run away before. And now, did he trip? I'm just picturing him running and tripping on his face. Oh, shit. That's funny. That is funny. Well. Pause this. Oh, my butt. Oh, it's numb. Did I my guitar pick? Well, guys, that was a 3-hour stream on a Monday. Hey, nothing like a 3-hour stream on a Monday. Probably won't happen on another Monday, but that's okay. That's okay. We will. I will definitely be live next Saturday, and I definitely want to stream through the week. You know, I don't know when. Hell yeah. Yeah, I definitely want to stream through the week. I don't know when. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm going to do it at some point. I just don't know when. Definitely going to incorporate more music into the stream. I don't know how I'm going to do that either. I like playing guitar during the breaks, right? Break time guitar is okay. A little break time Lamb of God. One thing that's super weird about flying helos is that my right arm feels a little funny afterwards. So if you've ever worked with like power tools all day and then your hand feels fuzzy afterwards, and now I'm trying to pick with this guitar and my hand is fuzzy. My hand is fuzzy. That's okay. Not playing, noodling. Literally just noodling. This isn't music. Just noodles. Just noodles, guys. I really want to get back into sweet picking. Sweet picking and that kind of stuff, man. You could just play so much cool shit if you know how to sweet pick, bud. But, it's so hard. It's such a difficult technique. We'll do some sweet picking. And I'll probably go. It is that hard, and you're literally just playing chords, right? You're playing chords one note at a time, sweet picking. Right? But then you just play them all one after another, and you have to be clean doing it. And it gets really hard. It gets really fucking hard when you're doing this stuff. But yeah, garbage sweet picking. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, everybody. Hey, thanks so much for stopping by. If you're watching on Twitch, make sure you hit that follow. And if you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you check out my long form videos because I cherry pick all my best moments and it doesn't seem like I suck as much as I actually do. Like every other YouTuber. Give that a shot. But thanks for watching, guys. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to Boomcat for more Boomcat. And I'll see you guys next time. See you, everybody. Thanks for stopping by once again. And thanks to you, Maru. Thank you. And I'll see you next time. Peace. Next time, I'll make sure the cat is in the bed. Awkward transition away again.